and welcome back to my channel. So for this week's reading vlog, it's a very exciting one for me, and that is because I am reading some of my most anticipated releases of the year. So I have one book here that has already been released that I'm really looking forward to reading, and then the other two books I will be reading in this video are getting released this week coming up and the week after. So the first book I'm going to be reading this week is For Whom the Bell Tolls by J.C. Lynn. I've been following this author's series that she does on TikTok, the Hell's Bell series, for a long time now, and I rewatch the series all the time because it's like a comfort series for me. And when I found out that she was bringing out a prequel book which to do with Lily and Belle and how the whole help desk got started, I was so excited for this book. When it got released, I ordered it for myself and I got the audiobook, and I'm really looking forward to reading this. So this is the first book I'm reading this week and I just can't wait to read it. And then the other two books that I will be reading this week is Rewind It Back by Liz Tomford. This comes out on the 20th, which is in 2 days. I'm obsessed with the Windy City series, so I'm really looking forward to reading Rio's book, and it's the last book in the series, sadly, but I'm so excited to read it. And then the week after, on the 27th, we have Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh, which is the, I think, 6th book? Yeah, the 6th book in the Boys of Tommen series. We all know my love for the Boys of Tommen series. I don't shut up talking about it. I literally had a 36-minute video going up recently of me talking about the Boys of Tommen series. So we all know my love for it. But yeah, no, I'm very excited to be filming this video, and I'm looking forward to reading this book. This is the first book I'm going to be starting with this week because this is the one I own currently. But yeah, this is book one for the week, and I'm ready to get started reading. Okay, so I am now officially at the halfway point of For Whom the Bell Tolls by J.C. Lynn. I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely loving this book. The writing is beautiful. I love getting to know more about these characters and reading about them. Like, I've been in love with Lily and Belle and Sharky ever since I started watching the Hell's Bell series on TikTok, and just getting to read their backstory and how the help desk started, and just Sharky's journey when they first came to Hell and everything. Just honestly, like, these characters and this story and this world, I'm just obsessed with them. And just getting to see characters who are in the series like Asmodeus and Angel and Soraya, I'm so in love with it. This book is looking like a 5 stars to me. I had so many high hopes for this book, and it's living up to all those expectations. Honestly, it's hitting those expectations out of the park. I'm loving the characters and just everything that's happening with them. And this book, obviously, it covers a lot of hard topics. So it does cover things like child abuse and cancer and death and grieving and things like that. And like healing from past traumas. So like, if you do want to read this book, I would definitely suggest you look up your trigger warnings, just because it does cover a lot of hard topics. But it's just so beautifully written, and I think the way that they're spoken about is handled so beautifully, and I'm just loving to see these characters more and them come to life more. And I'm so excited there's going to be more books in this series. So I am at the halfway point. I'm on chapter 35, which is page 310, and yeah, I'm just having the best time. I'm loving reading it. I love the audiobook. The voice actors for the audiobook are incredible, and yeah, no, I'm just having an amazing time. Honestly, I would suggest everyone looks into this book and see if it's something you're interested in, because it's just such a beautiful and funny and a heartwarming book, and it's got such amazing aspects of found family in it, and also like it deals so well with a lot of hard topics. And yeah, I just think that JC has done an amazing job with this book and the characters in it, and I am just having the best time, and I think everyone should read it because I think it's so good. But yeah, no, I'm going to carry on reading now. I'm currently on call with my friends and we're just chilling together and we're all just doing our own little thing while we relax on call. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to reading now and then I will update probably when I finish the book. So last night I ended up finishing For Whom the Bell Tolls by JC Lynn, and I have to say, 5-star. Just automatic 5-star for me. Honestly, I already had a very strong connection to the characters in this book because obviously I've watched the series on TikTok so much that this book is kind of based around, and I already had such a strong connection to those characters because it's such a comfort series for me. But just getting to read about them, know more about their backstories, get more into their heads and just like know all of their experiences and like knowing how the help desk got started and how Lily made the decision to stay in Hal and how she worked through all of her trauma, and then the way this book ended, I was just honestly so in love with it, and I cannot wait for the next book to come out because this book is phenomenal. I'm absolutely obsessed. I love it so much, and genuinely I want people to read it just because of how freaking much I enjoyed it. It's such a beautiful book. It touches on some very hard topics, but it does it in such a beautiful way, and it takes really good care of those topics. And I have no words to describe the love I have for this book and these characters, and I just want to be back in this world already. And I think because of my connection to the story already, that is why it made me love it just that much more. But I think anyone who hasn't even watched the series on TikTok would also love this book because it is just so phenomenal and I absolutely adored it. So very good start to the week with a 5-star. And now for my second book of the week, we are going to be making a start on Rewound It Back by Liz Tomford. I'm so happy to finally have this book in my little grubby mitts. Anyone who knows me knows my love for this series. I originally read the first 2 books last year, and I have been waiting goddamn months for this book. I think I finished reading this series around about this time last year, actually. So it's been about a year of me waiting to read this book, but it is now time. And I am so excited to make a start on this. I can't wait to read Rio's story because he's been such an amazing character in all the other books, and I'm so happy to finally be reading his book. So yeah, I am going to chill a bit longer now for a bit because I'm not gonna lie, I've had a pretty crappy day and I'm not feeling 100%. But I'm going to relax for a bit now and then I'm going to make a start on this later, and I will update either later today or tomorrow with some opinions. Okay, so it is currently midnight. And I spent the entire day sleeping because I kind of went into an anxiety spiral and got exhausted, so I slept until like 6 p.m. And then I was up and I was on a call to my friends and stuff. But last night I ended up finishing Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. Well, actually, apparently according to the audiobook it's Liz Tom Fordy, but I'm going to stick with Liz Tom Ford. And I'm not ready for the fact that this series is now over. I'm not okay. I'm physically not okay now that this book is over. My baby Rio, you king. I love you so fucking much. I'm physically unwell now that I don't have this series anymore because I adore it so freaking much. Just we've seen Rio as a character throughout the other books, but getting into his head in this book, just seeing the love he has for his friends and his family, and just finding out his backstory with Hallie, and I don't normally like my golden retriever men. I'm more of a, dark and brooding kind of girl, but I will do anything for this golden retriever. He is just a king and I'm obsessed with him, and I loved Hallie as a character and just everything about her. And I have no words. Just 5 star. 5 star. This book is phenomenal. It's incredible. It's everything to me. And I think everyone should just read this series. Because if you want a series that'll make you feel 100 different emotions, read this. Because, yeah. I'm just not okay. But that's now over. And it's currently only Sunday at this point. It is currently the 25th because it's gone midnight. And I now have to wait 2 days to I can read Releasing 10. Because unlike M, who was able to get her grubby little mitts on a copy early, I have to wait until Tuesday, and I don't even know what time it's going to arrive on Tuesday because I ordered it on Amazon, and it doesn't normally arrive until between then and yeah. I'm not okay. I'm really not okay. So, I'm gonna have to try and I'm gonna read something else for the next couple of days until I get get my grubby mitts on my own copy of Releasing 10. And then the second I get that, expect me to be an emotional mess, okay? I'm not going to be emotionally stable when that book comes out. But yeah, that's my update for now. I will update you in a few days when I finally get my copy of Releasing 10 and I start reading it. And yeah. That's it for now. I will speak to you guys in a couple of days. It's finally time. My copy has finally arrived. I've just finished eating my lunch. I watched some Gilmore Girls, and now I am going to relax in my pit and not speak to anyone for the next 24 hours while I read this book, because I need it right now. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to say that my book arrived. So yeah, I'm going to read now. I will try and update as much as possible, but I'm so excited about this book that I might just not give any opinions until the book is over. Okay, that's it. I am unwell. I am physically, emotionally, spiritually unfucking well. I am 307 pages into this goddamn book. I have spent the majority of today reading. I had to take a break for a couple of hours because Fuck me, is this shit heavy. Jesus Christ, I am... I did not think that another book in this series would become my favourite after Keeping, because since I started the series, Keeping has been my favourite. This book may be changing that fact. Now, like I said, I'm only 300 pages in. This is a 700-page book, so that my opinion could change, but I'm really not thinking that it will do, because I'm emotionally destroyed, and Chloe Walsh, I will be sending you my therapy bill. Thank you. So I didn't give many updates while I was actually reading, just because I was so engrossed in this book that I genuinely didn't want to stop to give an update. But as of a couple of days ago, I did officially finish reading Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh. This book, honestly, has got to be one of my all-time favourite books that I have ever freaking read. This book is raw, it's emotional, it's traumatic, it's meant to make you feel uncomfortable, it's meant to make you feel things, and it did exactly what it was meant to do. I've seen a lot of things online recently saying that this shouldn't be advertised as a young adult romance, it shouldn't be this, it shouldn't be that, it's too graphic. First of all, it's not a young adult book. It literally says on the back, right there, adult romance. It literally says under the barcode that it is, let me just try and get it to focus, if it will. Right there, adult romance. I will actually also put a picture on the screen here. This is an adult romance book. And it's not just purely romance. It is this book talks about things that actually happen in everyday life, that happen to people, and I understand that not everyone is comfortable reading stuff like this, and that is perfectly fine. If this is not your kind of book, or something you feel like you can't mentally handle reading, that is perfectly fine, because this series won't be for everyone. Reading is very subjective and it's not for everybody. But I personally, even though I found this a very hard and emotional read, and I had to take a few breaks while I was reading it, I found this book to be absolutely beautifully written. I love the characters, I love the story. It made me angry, it made me feel physically sick at some points, and it also made me happy at some points, and it had the light within those dark moments, and I think it did a beautiful representation and a very accurate representation of people with mental health illnesses and how they are stigmatized in society, especially when it's a young person with mental health illnesses. Like, I'm not like Lizzie, I don't have the same mental health illness issues as her, but I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety when I was, I think, 12 or 13 years old, and I've been living with it since then, and I am now 25. So it is something that is really hard to deal with, and a lot of young people do get stigmatized with their mental health, and I think this book did a really good job of showing that that can actually happen. And I just think Chloe Walsh did an amazing job with this book, and everything that everyone's saying about this book, people are valid in their opinions. If this book is too graphic for some people, that is fair enough, that it can be too graphic for some people. I personally just knew that I could handle it as a person. I knew I could handle reading this, but this entire series is graphic. This series deals with a lot of traumatic issues, and this book just showcases a lot of them, and they showcase them for one person. So yeah, I genuinely really, really love this book, and I cannot wait for the next book in this series. This is a 6-star read for me. It was absolutely phenomenal, and when I can actually put a review on Goodreads again, because Goodreads has stopped people reviewing because of how much hate the book was getting on Goodreads at the moment from people who were just wanting to be horrible to the author, I will be putting all of this in my review. I've also put a review on my Instagram already from when I finished reading it, and if you want to check out my thoughts and opinions on it on my review, then you can go and look at my Instagram. All my social media is always linked in the description below. But yeah, that is the third and final book for this video, so let's just do a little bit of a wrap up of all of the books that I read this week. So I had a very good reading week. I ended the week with 3 5-star reads. Honestly, they're 6-star reads for me. I absolutely adore all of these books, and I think everyone should read them. I do think everyone should check their trigger warnings, because all of these books do have some triggering topics in them, but I think they're all beautifully written and I love them, and they're some of my all-time favourite books now. So first off, we started the week with For Whom the Bell Tolls by J.C. Lynn. This is a debut novel. It's a romantasy, and I absolutely adore this book. I thought it was incredible. I have such an attachment to these characters already, especially because of when I started this series. I'd already watched the TikTok series, so I already had an attachment to the characters, and just reading this book made me love them even more. Then second, I read Rewind It Back by Liz Tomford. This is the 5th and final book in the Windy City series. I absolutely adore this series. It's one of my all-time favourite series that I've ever read. These characters and this world, and just the found family and the love and the respect and the everything that these characters all have for each other, I just absolutely adore them. I absolutely love this series, and I think everyone should read it. Like, even if you didn't enjoy Mile High, I think you should read the rest of the series, because not enjoying Mile High is a common thing for people. I personally really enjoyed Mile High. I gave it a 5-star, but I know a lot of people don't enjoy it. But even if you don't enjoy that one, I would suggest reading the rest of the series, just because it's absolutely phenomenal, and these characters are amazing and they're so wonderful, and I just love them so much. Then obviously, to round up the week, I finished reading Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh. This book is just everything to me. It's honestly, I think it's my favourite book in the series now. It's so heartbreaking but so beautiful at the same time, and I'm just personally so glad that I read this book and that I got to experience it. And I also got to experience it with all my friends, because we've all been reading it at the same time, because we all absolutely adore this series. And if you're not a fan of this, that is completely fine. And if you find the book is a bit too graphic for you, that is okay. Like I said, reading is subjective. Everyone can like what they like. Everyone can like what they not like what they don't like. But please be respectful to others. Don't go having a go at people just because they do like this series or they do like this book. Everyone can like what they enjoy, and this is a series that I personally absolutely adore, and I cannot wait for the next book to come out. But that is it for this week's reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell below so you know when I upload. I upload every Friday at 6 PM, and for the rest of June I'll be uploading every 2 weeks on a Tuesday, and then as of July I will be uploading every week on a Tuesday with a reading vlog. And also, if you would like to just see what I get up to in my daily life and more daily content, then I upload daily on my TikTok, and I try to upload at least once a week on my Instagram. I also post stories on my Instagram quite a lot, so all those are in the description below. But that is it for this week. I will catch you guys next time.